it's Lori from Passionate Penny Pincher, and my friend Margaret Ann is here, and I am so excited. She is going to teach us how to make Valentine's Day crepes today. You guys are in for such a treat. She has taught me more in the last hour than I've ever learned about cooking, so I'm super excited, and it looks like the video is working this time. You can also download our totally free Valentine's Day menu plan, which looks like it's going to be so yummy. We made it the other day, and it was also good, and then we will send you out the recipes that Margaret Ann is talking. We will send those out via email tonight. So definitely click the link and sign up. As you're hopping on, tell us good morning, tell us where you're from, and Margaret Ann is going to tell us how to make some crepes.
All right, well, it's Valentine's, and my way of thinking, you think love and special things, and somehow France and crepes and whipped cream and chocolate just come to mind. So today we're going to make crepes, and I thought I would show you because I hear sometimes people say, oh, well, I'm not going to make crepes, it takes too long. We've timed it 43 seconds after you made the batter. Okay, so it doesn't really take long. The other thing that I hear is that they don't have a crepe pan, and I want to show you that that's really not necessary. So I'm going to give you my 3 crepe pans, okay? All right, this is one of my crepe pans. And this one I actually bought in France, and about 30-something years ago, maybe 34 years ago, and it's still good, but it is not still seasoned. And I tried it, and my crepe stuck, and I just didn't have time to season it right. It's also extremely heavy, and nowadays I can't flip so quickly. So I want to show you one that I do use often, and this is just an American-made one. It's simple. I think it's a Cuisinart, but it doesn't have to be. It is a little bit heavier, and it works beautifully. We're going to make crepes out of it today. But Lauren, I told her, I said, Lauren, you can make crepes with me. And she said, I don't have a crepe pan. So this is perfect. Now this thing, what did it cost? $5? So it's not going to put you out, and you probably have it right now. It's just a little skillet. You've probably scrambled eggs in it or something like that. So we're going to use these 2, okay? I will tell you ahead of time, I would suggest that once you get one, you save it just for crepes, and you don't wash it. Doesn't hit with modern day world, but
so even if you get like if I have that kind, I should just use it only for crepes.
I would use it just for crepes. Now I have to admit, since I wasn't using this for crepes, I do a lot of scrambled eggs in this, so it still works fine. Yes. So I don't think it's going to be that bad either way. So let's make the crepes. All right, what we have here, what we're going to do is we're going to measure out 1 1/4 cups of sifted flour. But first we've got to sift it. Now, in modern day world, flour is not so important to be sifted. Usually if I'm making a cake or something, all I do is just whisk it, and that's fine. But with the crepes, I want to be sure that it is very fine and everything has gotten sifted to as fine a flour as we can possibly get. So sift your flour. All right, and then what we want to do is we're going to measure out 1 1/4 cups. And, you know, I am sort of a stickler about measuring because I think that sometimes you can eyeball things, but when you're baking, don't try it. My thumb is pretty good, so not too worried. Please. Okay. And we are going to do 1 1/4 cups. And then I'm going to ask Lauren if, Lauren, I have 4 Laura friends in my life, which is, I'm blessed. The Lord has blessed me with all of them. And so, because of that, they get called the same name a lot. So please forgive me.
That. You know, I do the same thing.
Oh, so you don't see many Margarets around. But anyway, can you just get rid of that and then let me have the bowl, please? Yeah. All right, and then we're going to use 4 eggs. This is so simple. You will be shocked at how simple it is.
You know what? I'm going to get us a bowl. I'm worried that's going to be. I'm worried there's going to be water in that, so I'm going to get us a different bowl.
Okay, Laura is getting a bigger bowl.
Whichever. Is this big enough? Will that one work?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I know. I always give her the wrong size stuff.
No.
There we go.
Demand.
I'm
sorry.
No, she knows what we need.
All right, so just dump your flour in. No problem. And then crack your eggs in. And good. And then we're using 4. No pre-preparation here. It's amazing. I wish I'd time myself in actual fixing it, so you can probably try that as well. All right, 4 eggs, and then we're going to put a cup of milk. And I think Lauren already has it done.
Yeah, I did measure that.
Oh, good. She's all, oh, she's so on top of things, you know. All right, and then we're going to use 1 1/4 cups of ice cold water. And she did have ice in here when we started. And so this is ice cold water. 1 1/4. All right, and then we are going to use 3 tablespoons of pre-melted butter. And you measure the butter before you melt it, just so you've got enough. And I like to do it ahead of time so we're not putting hot butter into the egg mixture. We don't want to scramble the eggs in with all of this. Okay, and then the last thing that we do is we put some salt. And here we go with one of these wonderful spoons. If you don't have one of these, get one, because I had to order one after I saw hers. So I have them too. All right, now I would suggest if you have a blender, to make it in the blender. But this morning, that just didn't work out for us. And so you always have to have an alternate plan, you know. So we're going to do it just with the mixer. And normally you would just put it all in the blender and turn it on and it would work. But this morning we're fixing it up, and Laura's going to do that for us while we do it. And one thing I want to tell you about crepes is they're sort of special, but they're almost like that little black dress. Years ago, we thought everyone, if you had a little black dress, you could go anywhere, you could do anything. Probably now it's a tight pair of jeans, I don't know. But, you know, you can do that. But crepes, you can do anything with them. Anything. And today we're going to make a dessert. We're going to make a meat dish with crepes. And we're also going to make a vegetable dish. It's like a canvas, and you can just put anything you want in it. Absolutely anything. So, be creative, come up with some good things. I would love to hear some good combinations that you've made, you know, because mine are not always, you know, on top of things. But do that. While we're mixing those up, and maybe a little bit faster if you can. I know it makes noise.
You just tell me how fast.
I want to tell you another thing. We're going to put cream fresh on top of our crepe. And some of you have seen recipes that require cream fresh. You can buy it in the grocery store, and it's rather expensive. Well, to me, it's expensive, like $3 or something like that. I mean, you know, you don't break the bank. But you can make it, and it's so simple. And so do this sometime and just see what you think. I have taken 1 cup of heavy cream, and in that I put 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. And I let it sit out overnight, at least 8 hours. And what happens, it tends to curdle. I don't know if you can see that, but it curdles just a little bit. And it gives the nicest flavor. And instead of, you know, just having the fluffy cream cheese, try the cream fresh. It too is a French invention, so, you know, but we're going to do it over our thing. All right, so our crepe mixture has been made, and it is probably, we need to, if we were in a blender, the butter would not show. Okay. So, but we have some already made.
Well, and I may mix some of this up later when.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
what I'll do is I'll mix it a little bit better, but I want to.
All right.
And if y'all will tell us as you're hopping on, tell us where you're from, and also let us know what you fill your crepes with, because I've never made these before, so I want to hear.
Yeah, and we've got an assortment here, you know, as to see. All right, this is crepe batter. One thing, whenever you make it, please, please, please let it rest at least an hour. Now this has been resting overnight, so it's good. Okay, are you ready to go and make it? See, that didn't take too long.
It didn't.
All right, I'm going to do the first one, and Laura's going to move the camera so that we can see a little bit better.
Let's see, I'm going to scoot this way so that y'all can come look. Hang on, we're going to turn this around for Miss Margaret Ann. Let's see how we do. Sorry, y'all. Here we go. Oh, there's somebody from Tennessee.
Oh, wow. Where in Tennessee.
Hang on,
My
I'll
son
watch
went to UT, so that's a special place for us.
Exciting.
And also, Tennessee borders Georgia, so, you know, it's not like he went far off. So, we turn on our, I want it as hot as it can go. Here.
Okay.
And, like I say, don't wash your pans. You can tell some of mine has gotten a little dirty, but wipe it out good, you know. And then you should do that. While we're doing that, I also have wax paper that I have just cut to fit in between. Because if you don't do that, they stick. They're terrible sticking, you know. So, again, let us know what you're doing your crepes with. I just thought it would be a great idea. Also, for, you know, you think of your husband and your lover and all like that, but maybe think about your kids too. Crepes are a great thing to do.
My crazy dog, y'all. I'm trying to get him out of control. Sorry. Keep going, Margaret.
That's okay. Well, kids, on Valentine's morning, why don't you have crepes and fill them with scrambled eggs or sausage or something like that, you know, so that they can feel that love too, and stick a Valentine on their plate or something. It's a little, you know, surprise for them. All right, I've got approximately a 1/3 cup of batter, and I'm going to pour it in. And what you do is you just pour it in and let it go. That was way too much for me. Okay, and you see how it just goes around, and then you go over here and you dump it. Yes, and dump it pretty good. And if you're real quick, all you do is just take that off, and then you'll never know that it came off the side. You just do it like this. And now, and my grandson helped me yesterday, and what we did was to time how long it took for the crepe to turn. And in our stove at home, maybe our flame was higher, but it took us 43 minutes to do so.
43 seconds.
43 seconds, not minutes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so what we're doing now is waiting for it to get brown, and this is considerably longer than we waited at home. So my flame here is probably just not quite as high. But you want to, what you're looking for is for it to turn brown just around the edges, okay? And we will wait and wait. I mean, it seems like a long time for me, but it's really not. So, and see, you can see it bubbling, and it may have a little speck in it, you know, I mean a hole or something like that, and that's not to be discouraged. All right, and you'll know when it starts getting brown, and when it does, I'm really hurrying it here, which I should not do because it will not come up if you do that.
Well, you're fine. Don't hurry it. Debbie from California just said she loves you, and she's so glad to see you here.
Oh, from California. Wow. Oh, that is so exciting. Thank you, Debbie. I would love to cook with you, too. Do you cook a lot?
See, she'll answer here in a second.
Okay. All right. Now, it's still bubbling there, so
I don't see it. Okay.
you see it. But I want it to stop you know, so that I can pick it up. And when it has done that, I don't know.
Maybe those are...
We just got to get it hotter. That's our problem.
Maybe
Okay.
you should have heated the pan. Does that help you?
Well, I thought I had, but this is not going to work. We're going to have a failure here.
No, we're not going to have a failure. That first one's a failure, but the next one's going to be perfect.
Okay, well, it's got to be real hot, so.
So that's the problem. I wonder, you think if the pan's hot? Because I don't know that we did heat the pan up earlier.
Well, I may have forgotten that. Let's just try it on the skillet.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, have to do that. I promise you, we made at least 70 yesterday in the same skillet. So if you have a failure, but only on TV do you have the failures, you know?
Yes.
So we're going to let this get real hot because my stove has that extra thing that you can get super, super hot. And I got it super, super hot. I'm not real patient.
I think I think we should have heated that. I don't think we heated that one.
That may have been a problem because it has been out in the cold. It's a little chilly for us here in Ohio.
Yes.
And so usually I just put my hand over it, and if it's hot, I mean not in it, but over it, you know.
Alicia says the first pancake or crepe always fails. You got it.
I like the way she thinks.
Yes.
Alicia, yay! I agree with you, but so embarrassed.
I don't think Margaret Ann's ever. I think she's always got it. So, but I'm glad to know that I mess stuff up all the time.
But I am disappointed in that. But I think you are right. I just didn't heat it. So, underline, heat your skillet well.
It's getting there. And you can be patient. Let's do it right.
Okay, I keep thinking, oh, we've got so much to say.
You're fine. You're
Okay.
fine.
Well, thank you. And thank you all. So, y'all can text us and let us know what a dodo. Why don't you have her cooking for you?
No.
She can't even make a crepe. 'Cause honestly, I think they're about the easiest thing in the world to make. All right, I'm going to try this.
It's going to work. It's going to work.
Keep your fingers crossed. Oh, yeah. See, that's doing a little bit better. See, it's almost already turning brown.
That's what it does.
See around the edges there. And so all we do. And I have found that doing the knife helps a little bit. Oh, now what's our problem now?
It's a different kitchen. I think that's always, she's used to cooking in her kitchen, and it's always different when you're at somebody else's house. Is it too hot?
No, I don't think it's too hot. I just don't know what my problem is. And you can tell when it's done, supposedly. And I do.
You said 42 seconds, and so we're still way shy of that, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
See, that should have just come right off.
Bless y'all, she made so many yesterday. I know they were perfect.
Show you some.
Yes, just don't burn yourself.
I know. Well, it's so hot now. Let's see. I know what we can do. All right,
There we go.
There. But it should do better.
Let's keep going.
We're not even going to look at this. We're just going to dump it. And we're going to do another one. Because I am determined. I hope you don't mind.
No,
I
you're
am
perfect.
determined. It is ridiculous.
You are perfect. And it is different when you're working in your kitchen versus somebody else's kitchen. Y'all know it is a different beast. Someone said, ask where she's from. She is from Rome, Georgia, right?
That's right, yeah. I am from Rome, Georgia. That's in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. And so we're not down south Georgia. Okay, this seems to be doing better.
This is it.
This is it. 3 strikes and I'm out. Then I'm going to fake it and go to the ones I made yesterday and put them in the skillet and you won't ever know.
That's exactly right.
Oh, well, it's not over. I swear to these.
I know they work. That is so
Oh,
funny.
no.
We'll turn that off.
Turn it off.
Okay. That is so funny. Okay, we're going to look at the ones we have that were done perfectly yesterday.
Yes,
Because she did make, y'all have to see how many she made yesterday. She came in this morning with so much going on. It was cracking me up. She had tons. Look at that. We gotta get that off. Okay. We're good.
Play right
We're
here.
not gonna worry about it.
All
Okay.
right. See,
Okay,
and you have
we're
to
gonna
put
look.
them on. We'll do this.
These are the good ones. Do you spray the pan first? You normally do.
No.
Oh, you don't spray the pan
Never
first.
spray.
You don't
That's the
spray it.
thing.
Oh, sorry.
All right,
Okay.
see, all right, so there it is. That's the way it should
That's
look.
right.
And then, see where that little thing, that was where I dumped it off. All right, and then you take it and you flip it. And that's it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Ha ha ha, but we didn't do it right. But anyway.
That's okay. So that's what, and y'all, she brought in tons of these. So I think that's good to know that there is kind of an art to figuring it out. It doesn't happen the first time right. So
and it has
especially
to
in
be,
new
and
place.
don't give up on it. I mean, I honestly do think it has to do with where I am.
Yes, yes, I think so for
But,
sure. That's so funny.
It's not. It's terrible.
It's not terrible.
I am totally
not even, don't burn yourself.
horrible.
I just turned, we don't even have that fry on. Don't even stress over it. Let's show them how to fill it. It's totally
Okay.
good.
All right.
We'll do that.
Let's go to filling.
Yes.
And maybe we can do that.
Okay, so y'all look at all the stuff she has to fill, and that popcorn thing is my crazy camera thing. So we're gonna turn this around so y'all can see how to fill them. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
All right, since we were talking, when you do make a good crepe, and you will, please let me know you have made a good crepe. It just is terribly upsetting not to be making a good crepe. But anyway, when you stack them, please put the stuff on the between them, and also stack them all the same way. I like to stack them with the part you're fixing to fill in here. All right. So we're going to start off with some some peanut butter. All right, and we're going to do that. And we're going to put some strawberries. That will go good with peanut butter. And we're going to put them in. There are basically 3 ways to fold, maybe 4. Fold. This is the most common way, where you leave it this way, and you can see. And we're going to put some of our, excuse me, some of our cream fresh on.
Another one right there?
Yep. See, it's just not my day. I don't know what's wrong.
No, I think it's encouraging to know that we all have things that happen. Even, I'm telling you, I mean, she made like 70 of these yesterday, so we all have those days.
All right, so this is the cream fresh, and we're just going to ladle it over. See how thick and good. And that way, you don't have to use, you know, go to the trouble of whipping cream or anything. And, you know, I just am not a fan of squirting whipped cream.
Oh, can you get it?
Yeah, I'm not really a purist on things, but all right. And this is some strawberry sauce, and all it is I made last night, as you can see, is nothing but strawberries that I've cooked down with sugar. Okay, and so we're gonna put some strawberry sauce on our crepe. And then we're going to powder it. Okay. And we are going to, I don't know about a paper towel.
Yes,
Do you
yes,
have
yes,
a paper
yep.
towel? Oh, thank you. And then we're going to put it on these cute little heart plates. I think they are so sweet.
Oh, and you can just pick it all up with the parchment. That's so
Isn't
smart.
that nice?
Oh, that's so
And
fun.
all you need to do is just, well, let's use the strawberry or a knife.
Here. Knife.
And that's it.
Oh, and look at you. You're so good. I wouldn't have even thought. You can tell you've been in the restaurant business.
Oh no, you can't.
That was a weird thing. That was just a weird thing.
I have made 300 crepes at a time, and never had them
make us go
stick.
figure out how to make. We may have to go.
Yeah.
I know we can do it.
We can do it.
We can
Okay.
do it.
And there, that's a strawberry crepe for your little ones in the morning. We could even put blueberries if they eat blueberries. I mean, we can decorate this thing anyway. You can be so creative with doing the crepe.
I'm going to turn this around so we can let them see.
All right. And another thing that I did.
Hang on, I'm going to turn this.
Okay.
Go. So you just said we all have those days, and you are so wonderful to teach us.
Well, please let me know you can do it.
Yes.
I'm not sending you the wrong way, okay? Because I will do it before I leave this place.
Oh, we may have to.
We may have to invite the neighbors over.
That's
but
right.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
All right. Last night I also put together a seafood crepe because I want you to know the versatility of this thing. All right. This is a seafood mixture that I made with shrimp and chopped bell peppers and chopped scallion and a little bit of cheese. And this is what's in it. You can see the shrimp. And I've put it in here. And all we're going to do is put this in the oven and let it heat about 325 for maybe 25, 30 minutes. So, and then you will serve it. What's going to happen is this heavier stuff will melt, and then you can dip it out. And I would suggest 2 per person because that will help. All right, and another thing then that you can do, and this is spinach. Now, I take the short way around here, okay? And you can certainly make this at home and not have to do it, but I particularly like Stouffer's, and they have a spinach souffle that I think is better than anything I can make. And I cheat sometime when I'm doing it and just take 2 or 3 boxes of these and put them in a casserole dish, sprinkle a little cheese on top, and you have a wonderful dish that people love. But anyway, so I've taken it out of the box, and we are going to do another crepe. And this time we're going to do it a different fold. Okay? So, here we go. These are our pre-made crepes from last night. Alright, so we start our crepe. And we'll start it even on our little heart. Okay? Alright, so, and it's folded this way. So what we're going to do is, I'm using up all of your spoons.
Oh, you're fine. I will do dishes. I have a dishwasher. It's awesome.
Yes. Okay, so we take this, and what we're going to do is put it in the center instead of in a log. We're going to put a couple of spoonfuls in the center, and we're going to fold it like an envelope. Okay? Like that. And then that...
Oh, do you need this?
Yes.
Yes. We need more hands. We need about 50 hands in this kitchen.
Do. And then we fold them like that. And this is the envelope fold.
Oh, that's so easy.
And then you will make, your pan of that and pop them in the oven. And, you've got that. And then the actual other fold is a round, completely round fold. And this is what you see in my, whatever that is. The seafood thing. And so we're going to do another one just so you can check the rolling of it. All right, we'll fill it with seafood. Okay, and I usually put 4 shrimp
that one looks so
in the
good.
center. If you have room. Okay. And some of the cheese and the sauce just on top. And then you're just going to roll them like that. And roll it over.
Perfect.
So you have the fold over. You have the rolled over. And then there's one more. And for this one, I think, what shall we do? Maybe chocolate and maybe some ricotta cheese. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love ricotta cheese. It makes me think that I'm eating cheesecake or something like that from some fabulous Italian bakery.
Someone wanted to ask, what are you using? You're using parchment paper between the crepes, right, so they don't stick?
Well, actually, it's wax paper.
Wax paper,
Just
that's right.
plain old wax
That's right.
paper.
Okay.
And I've cut it and just to fix the thing. And you can freeze these. They'll last about 3 months in your freezer.
Okay.
As long as you do them that way. All right, so another thing that you can do, and this is, all right, fill your crepe with ricotta.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And you can do it to the end. Okay, and let's put us a little powdered sugar on top just to sweeten up that ricotta. And then we're going to take another crepe. See, I did make them. I can make them.
She makes it's just
and
that
in
thing
that same skillets.
That is so funny.
I know. I don't know what's wrong.
Well, I think we all have those days. And like I said, somebody else's kitchen.
Well, I think I just get my stove it has that super hot flame.
Yes.
And, so, all right, so there we've got that. All right, and we're going to top it with that. Then we're going to add...
Summit. Y'all, my dog is trying to eat her food. My dog went to dog training and needs to go back to dog training. He is having a hard time listening.
And this is cream cheese flavored with strawberries. And we're going to try to spread some of this on. And see, it's the crepe is really very substantial. You can pretty much treat it any way you want to. You don't have to, it's fragile, but it doesn't act fragile, It's not tearing up or anything like that. Okay, let's do one more top, okay? So that we can get this. All right, we will take another crepe. And that's... Also, I have learned that before I do something, I'm going to have to try it here.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I thought the same thing.
That we are just not going to keep having a mistake like that. All right, so I'm going to pull this off. Okay. And then, if you have a pizza cutter.
Yes.
Do you have a pizza cutter?
Find it, but I know I've got
Oh.
Always an adventure finding.
Okay, thank you. A pizza cutter. And it cuts better this way. It really does, because if you use, try to do a knife, you know, it does. So if you cut your thing into fours, okay, and then we are going to stack them, and we might even put some strawberry stuff on it, because we want to make it super good. And it's got some strawberry in it. Let's take that off and put a little here. Because this is fresh strawberries. And then we'll put another layer. And while I'm doing this, I have a gadget that's new to me, and I would like to share it with you. Yeah. And what it is a cream whipper. Alright, so you can do the crepes stacked like this. And Lauren, she and I have talked about it. And she's going to show you success, okay? And not from me, but from her.
Because she knows how to buy the right stuff.
All right, this is a gadget that I got at a Pampered Chef meeting. And I bought it because it supports women's cancer. That's the reason it's pink. And so all you do, and we have done this at home several times, okay, and what you do is fill it to the little label, and then Lauren is going to make us some really good whipped cream.
Okay, so all I have to do, you got to tell me, I just pull it up and
push it up and just makes whipped cream. And I like it because my grandchildren can do it.
It came right out, so I bet it filled right up. Did it fill?
Yeah, just tighten it a little bit. No.
Okay.
Tighten it a little bit better.
Okay. I didn't know I was supposed to tighten it, y'all. Where? Let me see. Let me get a paper towel.
Yeah.
There we go. That is so funny.
This is a Monday.
It is a Monday, and I can already. How long does it take? Would you say?
Oh, you need to do it just as vigorously as possible.
Okay. She says I have to work harder.
I know. Work harder.
I have to work so I can eat the crepes, y'all. This is my arm workout for the morning. I can feel it thickening up.
Oh, good. Good.
That's when we need my 17.
Yes, we need him.
He needs to. I can't believe I didn't know you had to close the lid. That was silly.
I mean,
That's
okay. I didn't preheat my
let's see.
skillet. Is it
thickening?
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right. Is it? I think it might be close to it.
And we aren't working for Pampered Chef. She used this, so this is a good testimony whether or not it works. We'll see. Looky there, y'all.
See,
oh my goodness.
Look at that whipped cream.
Okay, that's amazing, guys.
And your kids can do it because it has no electrical outlet or anything like that. I mean, your 3-year-old. All right, let's take some. You hold that.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go in here and dollop a big old bunch of whipped cream.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to squirt it with chocolate. Syrup.
That looks amazing.
Okay, so
Crazy. You see this crazy. Simon, come here. Let's get you a treat, buddy. Come here. Come here.
So there we have a whole bunch of things that you can do. And I think it would be great if I can clean this off just a tad so you can see them all.
Yes, let's kind of this mess.
And like I say, this is your time to create, come up with something that your family likes. I will tell you, my grandson, he decided that he wanted a little bit more. And so what he did was he took a sugar cookie that we had in the sugar jar and he put on top. And that just gives it that little bit of extra calories, but a good crunch too. See? So, we have one weight that's called a stack crepe, a rolled crepe, a flipped crepe, and a envelope crepe. Okay? So, and we've done it for 2 desserts. You can do it with scrambled eggs, like I say, and sausage or gravy or just absolutely whatever you want. So I hope you'll try a crepe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And while Lauren says goodbye to you or whatever, I'm going to go over here to this oven and I'm going to preheat my skillet. And I hope before she leaves, I will have well, maybe. Okay.
So I do not know. This is so funny, y'all. I have to tell you, Margaret Ann is the sweetest thing, and she was coming over to show us how to make these. But she is we're gonna keep trying because I know she made like 70 yesterday. So it is so funny. But it has been one of those weeks. Y'all know if you were with me cooking last week when we did the Instant Pot that I managed to almost burn the house down. So the good thing to know is that no matter what you're doing, we all have days where things do not work in the kitchen, but then we just keep trying, and like she's gonna be back at it. We're gonna take a picture of them when they are done and we will post that. Y'all, thank you so much for watching. Click the link in the video to print the menu plan. Tell us what you're making for Valentine's Day. We hope you have an amazing day, and go make some crepes. We're gonna try it out and see how it goes. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.